here they come. A group of new recruits for the Canadian Active Service Force on their way to Camp Borden. Joe Cartwright left technical school 3 weeks ago to join the Army's latest wing, the Tank Brigade. Ed Stevens was a garage mechanic. Now he's a motorcycle trooper. Jack Bishop was a miner up Timmins Way. He's changed his drill for a rifle. Yesterday, 3 civilians. Today, 3 musketeers. 3 among many thousands all across the country, entering the world of Army life for the first time.
Likely rock you got there. Not bad.
Behind them, the barrier swings down on the old civilian life. Ahead lies another world, new, strange, unknown.
Oh, gee, we never had anything like that at school. Look at those fellas. Looks like they're going to make us work. Work? Why, you've seen nothing yet. Boy, just wait till I get in behind one of those. Yeah, wait. 28 weeks.
It's a city on its own, this vast camp. A great wooden city of 14,000 khaki-clad inhabitants, constantly expanding. It has its own gasoline stations to serve the traffic that swarms on its streets. Department stores supplying everything from binoculars to barbed wire. Its own administration, clerks, accountants, policemen. In this bewildering city, Jack and Ed and Joe settle down to become soldiers. First morning in camp, Jack Bishop watched one of the crack infantry regiments swinging out to the rifle range, marching with all the pride in the world. And Jack wondered if a raw rookie like himself would ever know his job as well as that. But they didn't waste much time starting in to teach him. Pretty soon he found himself out on the parade ground, learning that a rifle is a lot different from a hard rock drill.
On! Out! Oh! Hey, Joe! Now, this man here seems to think he can pass his rifle around like a piece of junk. Your rifle is your personal weapon. Your life might depend on it. You know, your rifle's just like a woman. Treat it right, it'll treat you right. All right, now, let's try it again. Oh!
That was only the beginning. When he'd learned how to carry his rifle, they taught him how to use it in battle, how to fire without getting excited and jumpy. They taught him how to use it at close quarters, how to put the full strength of his body behind the thrust of cold steel. They taught him how to read maps, and then he found himself learning about the special weapons the infantry carry today.
This weapon is the boy's anti-tank rifle. This rifle is used against light armored tanks and will penetrate half an inch of armor plate at 500 yards. Besides, how can you tell when it takes 500 yards off? Wait until you see the white of his size, wise guy. Hey! Hold!
Meanwhile, Ed Stevens has been learning a thing or two about motorcycles he didn't know before.
Start! Up!
When Ed joined up, he thought he was going to be a lone dispatch rider. But instead, he finds that his regiment is a mounted fighting unit, the scouts of modern war. And Joe Cartwright has made his first acquaintance with his beloved tanks. He spent a whole day underneath one, with orders to clean the muck out of the tracks. And even then, there wasn't a lot of sympathy around.
Snap into it, lad. You're not washing the baby.
16 weeks pass. The big camp is no longer strange and confusing. And to each man comes a pride, the pride of being an indispensable part of a close-knit fighting force. The other day, Jack Bishop got his first stripe, Lance Corporal. Now it's a new squad of rookies, but the same old joke.
It's like a woman. You treat her right, and she'll treat you right.
Ed Stevens, too, has long mastered his mounted drill. Now he's learning new tricks, and he doesn't find the rough and tumble of tactical maneuvers as easy as he thought.
Stevens, there's only one reason for that, Small. You must be able to use and control the power in the machine. How to use your legs when steady. How how to tackle a stream. Good work, Stephen!
And as for that budding tank driver, Joe Cartwright, he's found his true vocation. He talks tanks and thinks tanks from morning to night. Joe writes home, but let him tell you in his own words.
As you know, they first made us clean up the tank, just to teach us how to get our hands dirty and like it. Then they sent us here to D&M, driving and maintenance, to learn what makes a tank go. Then, in a special cutaway model, they taught us how to handle the driver's controls. Between times, we went to the 30-yard range and learned to use our personal weapons, revolvers. Every tank driver has to learn something about gunnery. They have a special gun for this. It simulates the motion of a moving tank, rolls from side to side, and pitches up and down. You have to learn to fire just at the right moment.
You couldn't hit a house at 50 yards, Cartwright. Give me a house, sir, and I'll hit it.
This is the best moment of the day. The tank's mess is pretty good. But last week, Shorty, the cook, mussed things up. He put all the sugar in one Dixie of tea and none in the other. That led to trouble.
That's very cold. Are there any complaints? Yes, sir. Not enough sugar in tea, sir. No, sir. Too much sugar in the tea, sir.
Last night we had a talent concert over at the Legion Hut. A lot of the fellows were a bit shy starting things, but Sergeant Ross Hamilton, the chap who led the dumbbell troop in the last war, he put on his famous Marjorie act. Then things started moving. Private Dyke did imitations of some well-known personalities. And then Private Baxter from Port Arthur gave us a nonsense song about Camp Borden that he'd written himself.
Hooray for old Borden, the land of the free, the land of the bedbug, mosquito, and flea. We'll sing of its praise and tell of its fame while starving to death on your government claim. Come all you buck privates, I want you to stay. Government chuck till you're toothless and gray. But as for myself, I no longer remain to starve on the death on your government claim. Goodbye to Borden, goodbye to the rest of the AWL with the girl I love there. Going back to Port Arthur to get me a wife and live on relief for the rest of my life.
Afterward, we all went back to our canteen for a sing-song. As I write, the boys are singing the Tank Corps song, and they better get it off their chest fast and turn in, because at dawn tomorrow, the big joint maneuvers begin.
Early dawn. The 4,000 men of the attacking force are ready to move off. Successive maneuvers like this bring them closer and closer to the conditions and equipment of actual battle. The attackers move forward into the combat area. It's a war that moves on gasoline, trucks and tenders carrying concentrated firepower. Ahead, the motorcyclists are deploying, scouts armed with Bren guns and ready for instant action. They are supported by reconnaissance tanks guarding the main attacking column against surprise. 3 miles away, the infantry of the opposing force move back to take up their defensive positions. They too guard against surprise from the rear. Even while they are still crossing the bridge, their engineers are preparing to blow it up. Meanwhile, the machine gun units of the attacking force dig in. They must prevent the enemy making a flank attack when the main advance begins. But enemy eyes are searching for just such machine gun nests as these. If one man shows himself, the whole unit may be wiped out. They camouflage themselves with branches and nets. They even dress up to look like logs and bushes. And they wait, motionless. Enemy troop carriers bringing up reinforcements. Enemy troop carriers, range 2,000 yards. Surprise, and then speed. Speed to get forward to new positions so that the protective fire of their guns will be more accurate when the main attack comes through. The machine gunners used to go forward on foot carrying their heavy equipment. Now they advance at 30 miles an hour. And no wonder that trucks are called puddle jumpers. Then the tanks come through, leading the main frontal attack. They work like armored fingernails, groping forward into the enemy's territory, probing for weak spots in his defensive lines. As they advance, the commanders must watch for tank traps, hand grenades, anti-tank guns. Behind come the infantry, advancing in small groups to support the tank attack. And only when the tanks ahead have destroyed the enemy's firepower do the infantry occupy his positions. And so the battle goes on across all the open miles of Borden. And when it's done, there is new experience gained and new confidence won. The confidence of men who know that each plays a vital part in a great plan. The confidence of men bound together by comradeship.